Hello, good morning everyone. Bala Lagaratna with another video. This is regarding the biggest pharmaceutical companies and the politicians. Do you guys know how many billions does the pharmaceutical companies spend for lobbying the politicians around the First Nation? It can be Canada, it can be United States, it can be Europe. I cannot split the names in Europe because there's too many countries there. Do you know how many billions they spend for lobbying? Okay, before we get to that, do you guys know what are the biggest lobbying groups in the world? Number one, the Rifle Association in United States. Number two, the biggest one is pharmaceutical company. The third one is healthcare products. These are the three biggest lobbying groups in this planet. Why am I talking about this one right now? Especially in this pandemic. These pharmaceutical companies, this is like a jackpot for them. This pandemic is jackpot for them. Every pharmaceutical companies are scrambling to release their vaccines, starting from Oxford to Pfizer, you can name it. These pharmaceutical companies, they have been bribing federal, provincial, city, why? Even the senates in United States. United States politicians are the biggest politicians who get bribed big time. Not $10,000, $2,000, $20,000, $25,000, $100,000, $200,000. It starts with a B. B for billion, not M for million dollars. That's the reason. See, for example, right now, as this pandemic, the biggest pharmaceutical companies, they are pushing the governments to get okay to distribute these COVID vaccines. If you go backward, before 2019, these pharmaceutical companies paid and the politicians pocketed billions of dollars. As I mentioned, starting from federal level to city level. Most city levels have been handled by the healthcare products. And federal, provincial, senate. In Canada, we can say provincial and federal. When you go to the United States, it's county and the politicians plus the senate. Same as that applies in Europe, India. These politicians and most politicians in states, they are holding big shares in these pharmaceutical companies. This is one thing that I want to talk about, and I have said that already. And the second thing that I want to talk about the vaccine, COVID vaccine. I have mentioned this one, I think on March or April, I have mentioned that. These vaccines will be ready by end of this year. And it will be distributed until 2021. I have mentioned that already. In Canada, the people, once we heard the news that 90% is success, 95% is success, we think that we are going to get the vaccine within weeks. No. 2 months back, I think on or September, I guess, not September, August, I had a video and I have mentioned on my social media about the temperature. Okay, let's forget about the temperature. Number one, we don't have no facilities to make the vaccines in Canada. We had it those days, but we don't have it, as Justin Trudeau said, because we closed down. And it has to come from German, Russia, but we are not going to get it from Russia or China because the United States is playing a game with Canada and the rest of these two countries. That's political side, so we'll talk about it later. So we had to get it from UK, United States, or German. These are the three countries that we are going to get these vaccines from. Once the vaccines are out, we are not going to get it right away. As Doug Ford said, we are going to get it. No. He's a dumbhead. Trust me. We are not going to get it. We'll be getting it, as I mentioned, on March, February or March or April, somewhere there, after end of February or first week or second week of March. Put it this way. If you have $100 in your pocket and your family is struggling and that your neighbors are struggling, you'll be spending the money within your family first. Then the excess will be going to your neighbors. The same thing applies here as well. Because Canada has signed with a couple of companies for millions of doses. For example, when we are signing with Germany, when the vaccine is out, German government will be distributing those vaccines first to their citizens. Then only they will be shipping to Canada and the rest of the world. The same thing applies with the United States and UK as well. United States, we can see daily cases, it passed 125,000. But this is just the beginning. On January 2021, we are going to see a big spike in United States, India, then we'll be followed. Canada will be followed from there, and Europe, and South America, for sure, Brazil. So we have to be ready to face these things. Number one, the biggest mistake in Ontario, when you go back to my social media on January, February, I have mentioned these things. We should have had on the run COVID testing facilities. Till now, I think last month or so we had, and August we had 1 or 2 trucks, buses are running around. This government should have been done this one way back, but we failed. Doug Ford failed. This government in Ontario, especially in Ontario, they are using this platform for their next election. Photo ops and video ops. That's it. And this government, especially Ontarian government, is not listening to the healthcare professionals and or the scientists. But they say that they are, but they are not. We have seen in the news. They came openly and said that they're not listening to us. Because they are using our lives and the money and the economy is shrinking ways, going way down because of their political matters or things like that. They are using this as photo ops and they want to be everywhere. And they are using us, Ontarians. Doug Ford's government failed to protect Ontarians and Ontario's economy, number one. Let's talk about federal government. We say we have shut our borders, but we haven't. The airports are open. We can see a lot of flights coming in and going. They are bringing COVID-19 into Canada. I think I'm going too much into this one. I don't want to get into these political shits because all the politicians are shitty. You know, I don't give a damn for them because they make money. They make billions of dollars out of it for their campaign. They need money for their campaign, by the way. So, as regular citizens, we are not going to give more than $100. So that's their problem. But Ontario government failed to save our economy and the suffering of Ontarians. Doug Ford thinks that he can use this as his platform for campaigning by making the people struggle, and he comes and say that, oh, he is that, he is this. No, he failed. He is bullshitting Ontarians. That's what is happening. I don't want to get into that because that's let's wait till the next election. Now, the big pharmaceutical companies and the healthcare products, they are spending billions of dollars. They're putting billions of dollars into politicians' pockets around the globe. Each and every citizen have to know that. If they stop doing that, our medical care will be going down. Say, for example, does anyone know how much the government pays for each and every one of you going for the testing? If you are testing in the government facilities, the government will be paying $43 per head for COVID-19 test. And if you walk into Shoppers Drug Mart, the government is paying around $37 or $39. I don't know. It's like $3 or $4 bit more the government is paying for Shoppers Drug Mart. Why is Canada, Ontario government is paying $4 more for Shoppers Drug Mart? I don't understand that. This is another lobbying, and there's money involved there. Paying $4 or $3 more per head. But they should have been paid less. But they have been paid more. But most people, they don't know that the government is paying them for each and every test. Yes, $43. The federal government is spending $43, not the provincial. Federal government is paying $43. I bring that again. Federal government is spending $43 per head. And they're giving the check to Ontario government, and the Ontario government is paying the hospitals. So once again, we have touched three topics here. We went into lobbying, we went into COVID-19, what is happening and what's going to happen. And once again, we are not going to get the vaccines till end of February. And we're going to have a spike on January. And then as on next summer, we'll be free birds. We'll be enjoying our life back. The reason, simple. we'll be having our vaccines on the market by April, May. Everybody will be getting the vaccines in corner farmers. Why are these big pharmaceutical companies bribing the big political parties and the politicians? Starting from federal to provincial and Senate. Senate are the important thing here. They pay big money for Senate, especially in United States. Big money involved in Senate. So COVID-19, money, money, money. When the government see pandemic, politicians are happy because of money, 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 money. It flies, and the pharmaceutical companies love it, and the politicians love it. All around the globe, it doesn't matter where. Say, for example, the vaccine is going from Germany to third world countries such as Sri Lanka, or it can be African nations, or anywhere third world countries or second world countries. How much are those politicians going to make here? Big money involved. Because these pharmaceutical companies have to bribe those politicians first to export their products into these countries. If the pharmaceutical companies doesn't pay money for those politicians, their company is not welcome there. But people doesn't know because they don't have time to dig into these matters. So these are the topics that we have been talking right now, and I'll be getting into COVID-19 and political parties again on the next episode. Till then, enjoy your day, be safe, and happy Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving weekend, next week, you can see a lot of spike in the United States. It's going to be hitting at least 300,000 cases every day. At least 300,000 cases every day from next week. Thanksgiving is going to spike in the United States. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll meet in another episode. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Ciao.